right. We are back with the No Chaser portion of the show. Lately, we've been doing some little questions for y'all, some thoughts. We want to go around the room. So Frankie got a great question. I'm going to let him introduce this question.
Yes, sir. Age-old question, especially in the hood amongst us black folk. And that is, should a stepfather or mother be allowed to physically discipline the child? Should a stepfather or stepmother be allowed to physically discipline a child?
We're going to go around the room. Y'all post y'all thoughts in the below, but go ahead. What you think, Jay?
Go ahead, Jay. You started off today.
Being mostly raised by a stepfather
Okay.
who came in the door cracking the whip. Like, off the rip.
Waste no time.
So, but I wasn't feeling it when he came through with that. I was like, yo, who this? Like,
my
who
daddy?
you think you is, son? Like, but so I say, it depends on the relationship. I always say rules without relationship is a recipe for rebellion.
Yes.
So
Wait,
you
what you
can't.
say? Jay drop jewels?
Always.
He's always dropping jewels, though.
Always.
That's what
you got right
And
this shit
subtle.
down.
That's a tweet.
Whenever you don't have a relationship with somebody and you try to throw some rules in there, and then it's like, who do you think you is? But when y'all get down like that and somebody throw a rule at you, it's just like, okay, this is the dynamic that we're working with, no matter what it is, whether it's at work, whether it's with friends. Girl, you can't come over here at certain times like we rock like that. But if it was somebody know you like that, it's like, who you talking to?
Right.
Same thing with a step parent. When y'all develop that relationship, it's whatever fits that household. But if you ain't got that relationship, you trying to put your hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't feeling Buddy at first because we ain't had that relationship. But by the time and shout out to my biological father who was still dad.
Right.
But Stephouse was also dad, like full-fledged dad. So by the time I was 14, I started talking slick in the kitchen. And he came across the kitchen table in record time. It wasn't like, who this dude? It was like, dang, I just disrespected my dad.
Right.
So that's my take on it. It depends on the relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. I before rekindling with my beautiful wife Tiffany, I dated a few women that had children already, and
I roll in the back,
and
in the background.
That was pretty tough, man. That was because we hadn't even obviously crossed that threshold of marriage yet or anything like that, so to reach that status. But you had the biological fathers that were willing to give blessings. Listen, I understand I'm not there, you know what I'm saying? So listen, if they ever get out of line, you got my. But then you got some ignorant niggas that be like, hey, nigga back tell me when I touch my shit.
Yeah.
You got nigga living in the crib, I ain't giving no more child support, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See that lip go up.
That's how. That's
your act.
So, but and I got friends too that have been on the other side.
Right.
And be like, listen, I'm paying on the bills. Nigga, he got out of line. I'm whipping his ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the communication.
Yeah.
It's all about the communication with the biological dad. Listen, I ain't no abuser and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have my own set of rules and how I was raised, and I would like to instill that in my household.
Right.
So you all the way in West Bubble. You ain't always gonna be able to be reached.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know, it's my house, my rules. And if you don't really like that, then maybe you need to have custody of them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to push kids out the door.
Now, but nothing. If it's my way or the highway, really. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
What you think, Toy? Go ahead, baby. Speak on it.
Okay.
Truth no chaser, boo.
This is no chaser right here.
So I'm all for tearing that ass up.
She came straight for it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But I do understand the aspect of relationship. I do also think introduction is important. When you bringing in someone as a parent of that child, the introduction, I think, sets the tone for the type of relationship that this other individual and the child will have. But I do not think, no, you're not getting away with anything. I don't care who house it is. I can be at your house. I'm gonna tear that ass up if you get out of line. It's, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Discipline. I was raised on discipline. I'm telling you, her boo gang was down packed. We called it boo gang because we was scared. Okay? We were scared.
Boo gang.
Boom. She spoke and we was like, boom, bye. We didn't make a move. So I think it just depends on the introduction, the relationship. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to discipline a child physically.
Right.
If
That
you
was when I was going with
have
that, yeah.
that type of tone already set up so they know we ain't gonna test it. We're not gonna try it. Because I knew not to try it. Gave me a look at the eye and I knew to sit down.
Right.
So all of that kind of, to me, all of that total will kind of make a break.
Yeah. And I think similar to what a lot of y'all said, especially with you, I think it was the you don't have to actually put your hands on them. Because even my nieces and nephews, I have 13 of them. I can just look and it got kind of fall back. And me dating somebody who had kids several times, it's kind of like I wouldn't put my hands on them. Even though I believe in discipline, whatever, and sometimes you need an ass whooping, I personally wouldn't do that. I never did.
Right.
I don't know if it was more so because I don't want nobody else touching my kid, or if it was just like, I don't want no beef. I don't want no issue. So I'm going to go, hey, handle your kid. Like, I'm going to go to the person.
Oh.
But as far as relationship, though, we're not married. We weren't married.
Yeah.
So, it was more so like we were dating. Now, when you're
yeah,
married,
yeah,
you've been
yeah,
around,
yeah.
established that
It's a little
rapport, that
different.
relationship.
Yeah.
Then it goes back to the relationship part. You said it's
Great,
about
great.
that, the
Yeah, yeah,
communication. Like, we're dating. Like, I'm not just your kid.
No, that's your child.
Now, if we're married and he come into our house together and end up, then we gonna have some problems.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. But again, if you're just dating, you're not putting your hands on.
For all intents and purposes, if I honestly, was a fly-by-night dude, you understand? So first off, if I was a fly-by-night dude, I shouldn't have been around your kids anyway. Hello.
Hello.
You understand what I'm
That
saying?
part.
But if we're in a serious relationship, you understand, we're at least thinking about taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
I would expect you to intro me.
Exactly.
Introduction, yes.
to let the kids know. Listen, you see him right there. You see him. You see me.
Right.
So don't
that
act
part.
up. You understand what I'm saying?
I think age matters too, though, because Melvin should have put his hands on Jody.
He did.
Oh, he did.
I
did.
was down with that.
Yeah,
and
he
he
gave
wasn't
him the
even,
Radio
they wasn't
Raheem
even
choke.
mad. They wasn't even mad.
Okay,
The Radio Raheem
So,
choke.
I think age and maturity in the situation also matters too. It's
Age
one
is
thing with
key.
Buddy 5'6", but when Buddy 17, 18, 16 walking around,
6'2".
Yeah.
and
Talking
I pay
shit.
and I pay
Right.
bills there. It's like, oh
Yeah.
I mean, there's levels to it. We always say there's levels to this stuff. Going
Absolutely.
and dating, nah. But y'all married, established him saying rapport, and he's coming to your house. Absolutely, y'all have a talk, whatever. Introduction, experience, relationship. It's all plays a factor though.
That's all facts.
But you're right. I think for you, what you said, a lot of niggas ain't having that though. But it's like, where you at? You ain't disciplining them. You ain't coming to get them. So if this man's in my house and we're together and we're married, I'm saying, or even engaged, like you're not around, so he gonna handle it.
Yeah.
But I can't say it depends because you do have some parents that may not live there, but they are definitely active
Active
in that
your
child's life.
yeah.
So that level of communication and respect between those two men
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
is important too.
I think-
because not
yeah.
necessarily a blessing, but we're on the same page of how my child can
Yeah.
and will need to be disciplined depending on the scenario and what it is with that situation.
This
Some people
distance.
can take discipline too far, and some people
Absolutely.
I would say
Can-
excessive. Yeah, some
yeah.
people. Yes.
So,
yes.
so in saying that, does distance play a part then? Like, because I can't take a flight every time the boy get out of line. You
Exactly.
understand what I'm
right.
saying?
So that's what I'm saying. Those
Communication.
things.
The communication,
And
that's
that's
what
why
we
you
get.
have that open line of communication.
Absolutely,
And that's why I hate relationships where women marry a man, but you feel that the man doesn't need to have a relationship with that child's father. Yes, they do.
Hell
yeah.
Yes, they do. Because
Yeah.
guess what? Something can happen to you.
Yeah.
Then what?
And
Those
you
two
gonna need
men
them
are left
Yeah.
to raise that child. So you need to have
yes.
that
Vice versa.
connection with everybody. So we're all understood of what happens and what takes place and who does what in
Amen.
case of any situation.
Drop it.
wow.
Jewel, I had a jewel.
Yeah, we need to end on that.
That girl.
Yeah,
And that wraps up the No Chaser portion. Feel free to drop y'all thoughts, y'all comments in the box and share. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Truth. No chaser.
What's going on? It's your boy Frank from Truth No Chaser. Listen, I know you're always wondering where I get this fresh gear from. Well, go to thetruthnochaser.com, subscribe, and get your gear and get fresh, just like me. Ambition Custom Apparel Co. Check them out for customized clothing that represents you, your culture, and your organizations. Ambition. Go get it.